Are you feeling lucky, punk? Hello, my friends. I'm Professor Hans von Puppet. As you may or may not know, the $80 million Powerball Jackpot was not won by anybody last Saturday night. So the pot for this Wednesday's draw is a record-breaking $1.3 billion. Holy crap, that's a lot of money. That's over a quarter of what Disney paid for all of Star Wars, which was a pretty good investment, I must admit. But is buying a lottery ticket also a good investment, you may be wondering? Well, not to give you a short answer, but no. They say the lottery is just a tax on people who are bad at math. But maybe a little bit, in this instance, it might kind of make sense, sort of. Let's break it down. Buying lottery tickets is gambling. You are paying money for a chance to win more money. But is it a good bet? Well, what is a good bet? If you bet someone $1 on a coin toss, let's say, the odds are even money. That's a 50-50 chance that you will win. And you stand to win exactly as much as you have bet. This is what we call an even money bet. You get that? You have half a chance to double your money. Those match, you see? The risk exactly equals the potential reward. So that is about as good a bet as you can find anywhere. In beautiful Las Vegas, there are a lot of games that pay even money, where you get paid the same amount you bet when and if you win. So how do casinos make money if the proposition is so fair? Well, because it isn't. Because the casinos have a basically unlimited bankroll to play with, they can always last longer than you and will eventually get your money even in a completely fair game. But that is not good enough. Take blackjack, for instance, my favorite game. The regular game pays even money when you win, or 3-4-2 if you get a blackjack. But because of how blackjack works, the house is slightly more likely to win than you are. That is just built into how the game works. But blackjack is still one of the fairest games in Las Vegas. The house edge, if you play perfectly, is only about 0.5 or 0.5%. It almost pays you at a rate commensurate with your risk, like the coin toss, but not quite. Other games are much worse or much better for the casinos, depending how you look at it. Roulette, for some reason a favorite of every woman I've ever gambled with, is extremely slanted against the player. But Professor, you're saying, I only bet red or black, that's a 50-50 proposition. Aha! But you're an idiot. The roulette wheel also has a green spot, the 0. So 1 out of 37 times, both red and black are losers, giving the house an edge of 2.7%. Since people would put up with that, they thought, why not have 2 green spots? So they added the double 0 a few years ago, giving the house an edge now of 5.2%. And yet people keep playing it. I guess it's the romance. But the Vegas game that pays the worst odds for the amount of risk, where the house edge is 25 to 29%, is Keno, which is basically the exact same bouncing ping pong game as, what was I talking about before? The lottery. But you don't have to travel all the way to Nevada or Monte Carlo to get ripped off. You can do it right from the comfort of your corner convenience store. But Powerball, Professor, $1.3 billion, come on! Okay, let's do the math. For this Powerball game, you gotta match 5 of the white balls from the main hopper and 1 of the red balls from the Powerball hopper, or whatever they call it. Now, what are the odds of that? Okay, there are 69 white balls, so to match 1 ball, I'm going to pull 5, the chances are 5 out of 69, okay? Then you multiply that by the odds of matching a second ball, which is 4 out of the remaining 68 balls, okay? Then 3 out of 67, and so on. Then we multiply all those probabilities together, and then we get 120 over 1,348,621,560, okay? Or about a 1 in 11,238,000 chance of hitting all 5 of those numbers with the white balls. Now, for doing that, your jackpot is $1 million, okay? If it was a 1 in a million chance to win $1 million, that would be a fair bet. But it's a 1 in 11 million chance. The house edge here is like 11,000% or something. I'm not sure I'm calculating that right, but it's 11 times worse than the payout. Actually, it's 22 times worse because the tickets cost $2. But when we add the red ball into the equation, the Powerball, and there are only 26 of them, so there's a 1 in 26 chance you will guess it right. So we multiply all of this by 1 over 26, and the odds of winning the big $1.3 billion prize becomes 1 in 292,201,338. So that's more likely than 1 in a billion, I guess, isn't it? That's about 4 times as likely as 1 in 1.3 billion. Even though the tickets cost $2 and 1.3 billion is actually 806 million in cash, it's still, dare I say, a fair bet. The odds are in your favor. Now, they'll probably sell 1 billion tickets because of this, so it's possible more than one person will guess the right numbers and will have to split the prize. But that'll be okay. It's still hundreds of millions of dollars. I could do a lot with that. Oh, but hang on. Even if you buy 100 tickets, you still have a greater chance of being hit by lightning, or marrying Jennifer Lawrence, or finding a diamond ring in your hot pocket than of matching all 6 numbers. Even though a big payout is fair for once, playing the lottery is still a terrible bet, and you can do better with your money by doing almost anything else with it, like buying Hot Pockets, for example. John Oliver has a great segment explaining the ultimate corruption of these state lotteries and the damage they do to gullible dreamers who spend money they can't afford on the infinitesimal chance they will strike it rich. They're not going to win the Powerball. I am not going to win the Powerball. You are not going to win the Powerball. But if you do, please buy me a yacht. Oh, come on. Unlikely things happen all the time.